guess it's about time. About time to play some Victoria 2, the Divided States mod. Continuing my playthrough as Empire, which, starts out as upstate New York, yada yada. Watch the first episode if, for whatever reason, you jump to the second. I don't know why you do that, but it happens. So, I kind of want to start off by reviewing the situation. Now, normally when I play this mod, I really like to rush forming, or getting all my cores, which Empire starts with cores on the New York City and Long Island area of New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, in the last episode, we had declared war on Pennsylvania, but we were not the war leader, and they pieced out with some baloney about cut down to size on the various opposition. I had blamed Ohio for that, but it turns out New England, I think if I watch the recording, New England is actually who the war leader was, which doesn't make sense because they don't even have a military. I guess maybe, and I'm like way higher than them on the score. Like I'm a level 13 secondary power, and they're only 27 civilized nation. I have a adult male population of over 1 million, and they only got an adult male population of about 82,000 people. Ridiculous. Normally, I'd save scum the hell out of that, but I don't like doing that for the recording and for Let's Plays. So, we have about 5 years until that truce is up, at which time Pennsylvania will rebuild itself and get new alliances, such as one of the Old Dominion. Although maybe they're not as big of a threat as I had previously predicted them to be. Them also not really having as big of a population as I expected, though I'm sure they could mobilize some forces if they really wanted to. But I feel safe asserting that Empire is the military power of the independent American states here. I don't think anyone would really come close to my population, except for Ohio, and Ohio is currently my ally, although that will not always be true. So next time I go to war with Pennsylvania, in about 5 years, or on... where is it? Where am I? What does my flag even look like? Okay, it's the bad New York flag. 9th of April, 1875. So yeah, literally 5 years from now. In the meantime, I had to think of something to do. I have a military that needs... I like the composition. I would really like to get the Hussars in there. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But I feel like the military is in an okay place. I would like a navy, and if possible, I would have liked to have colonies in Africa. But usually I would have preferred to have united my area over here, my little New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania trio. But I don't think that's gonna happen in the time frame I like. Which, the big problem I have with this mod is that it starts at the A House Divided timestamp and not the Great Campaign timestamp in 1836. Which means I'm missing about 20 to 30 years of playtime that I would have normally used to set myself up in a good position to colonize, and now I don't have as much time to colonize or get into that position as I would have liked. But I am thinking, while it might be difficult to get the Nigeria region, which is usually what I try to go for, I'm just not sure if I really want to get bogged down in a long war with a European power, all of which seem to be doing quite well for themselves right now. Italy's formed, Germany's formed. Italy still has work to do to get their cores from Austria-Hungary, but they're allied with Germany, and Germany's allied with Britain, so it's probably going to happen. That's just how that goes. And I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe the plan for this episode is to build up a navy, try and sail it all the way to Zanzibar, and take that out. maybe fight Portugal later on, because the map will look a little funky. So that'll be the plan. What is Texas doing? Looks like Texas is at war with Louisiana and New Mexico and is getting their ass kicked. Interesting. Alright, well, good luck to all of you over there. Georgia's doing some weird snaky stuff in Alabama. Crazy. But for now, we'll get these boys to Syracuse. We will get rid of the people who are mostly dead. We'll ally with Massachusetts, I don't see why not. Basically just the city-state of Boston, but they have a bigger military than the rest of New England in quotes. So we'll see. I kind of have a nice big coalition of New English nations right now. The only ones I don't have are Vermont and Connecticut. It's Connecticut, I know. It's always a hard one to spell, though. For me, anyway. So, Vermont. In real life, Vermont, New York had a claim on Vermont territory, but New Hampshire disputed that claim, claiming that Vermont was their territory, and then there was a brief time where Vermont was an independent state, and then America just kind of said, neither New York or New Hampshire gets it. Both of you are crybabies. They're going to be their own state. Fuck off. And that's the story of Vermont, so I could also just annex Vermont at some point. I think that would be fun. But that's not in the cards right now. Another thing that, you know, this is a long-term, very long-winded intro, but trying to get some long-term ideas here. We need to form the Federal States of America, which is our regional formable nation. And to do that, we need all core provinces to be our own or in our sphere. It'd be easier if we just became a great power, because the federal states need basically all New York, the trio up here, Maryland, I think Virginia as well, West Virginia, and that's it. Not that hard, I think. Yeah, that's where it ends. Will be basically the mid-Atlantic states. And with that, we will be the most powerful and start, I guess, reuniting the Americas. Or the entirety of North America. But that's a long time from now. So, let's build that naval base. That's already a level 3 naval base. Long Island is, of course, going to be our rally point for the Navy. I have a bee army? Where's that? I forgot all about that. Okay. You get over there and we'll figure it out. What is our economy looking like? We're taxing a lot of people. Everything looks good. I could raise education, but I'll leave it for now. I don't want to rock the boat. Looks like we're almost done encouraging clergymen in New Jersey. And then after that, I guess just soldiers. I don't know. So yes. Build Navy. I want steam transports. Enough for at least one 30 stack. So I need at least 10 steam transports. 2, 4, 6. 6, I clicked it. 8, 9. There we go. And while I did have that thread on Reddit about, like, best army composition being something about, you know, 5 infantry, 4 artillery, and then a hussar, in this case a cavalry for its reconnaissance, I do not have a good, clear idea on how to make a good naval stack. And my idea is just the strongest stuff, which right now is the Monitor with a hull of 20. I think, so I'll build a couple of those, I guess. Hull being the defensive stat. I think that is more important than the attack, because if they hit me with an ironclad of 17 attack and I have a hull of 20, then they're not doing damage to me. I don't know how it works. I'm just gonna... Does anyone? Probably, but they're not me. And you're watching me today, unfortunately. Alright, so... A team has 5 infantry, 3 artillery. It needs 1 more artillery. And we'll try and get the hussars going, but they always need luxury clothes, and we seem to have a hard time getting them their luxury clothes. Everyone knows a hussar's gotta look the part. Crazy. Let this go. Europe's about to declare war on each other. And... or not. I mean... Russia can't give up Poland, surely, so they're gonna fight over it. Spain probably would join the Austrians, but it doesn't look like they want in because they know they're gonna lose. I'm betting on Team Britain, Germany, Turkey. Obviously, they just way overpower the other guys. Okay, Ontario, colonial conquest of Quebec. I'll give Quebec access. Very petty since all of this territory will eventually belong to Glorious Empire, but maybe I can get an alliance with Quebec. Or do I have too many? Well, I'll just need 1 more diplomatic, so try and increase relations. And they will accept. Wonderful. They probably won't win. I think Ontario is stronger, but maybe not. They have a military score of 6. They got 10. Yeah, doesn't look like they're gonna win. Maybe I should be allied with Ontario then, but they have negative relations with me because I didn't give them military access when they asked for it just now. What a shame. American nationalists are rising up in Boston. Boston is just all sorts of messed up. Meanwhile, we have to deal with typhoid fever, and I want the least amount of people to die as possible. Population is everything. A smart population is even better. A jingoistic population sounds pretty good to me. But yeah, now we can't get canned food. Worth mentioning, I haven't been paying much attention to industry, but it looks like they're doing pretty well for themselves. I don't know. They're all making money, and I can't build factories, but I can subsidize them. Which is unfortunate because I would love to build... Well, they're building a luxury clothes factory, so maybe that'll work out. It'll just require cotton imports and such. Yeah, I'm overall happy with the state of the nation, and as soon as those monitors are done, I'll send Army B, currently in the capital, to the lands of Zanzibar, where they will get me a colony. Looks like we're ticking up to become a great power, so all we kind of have to do is sit here a little bit. Looks free to do as I see fit. Let's try and see if Massachusetts must release the USA. Does that mean Massachusetts becomes the USA? It does not. There is no territory for them to release. So I can probably get in there to just mess them up real good. Alright, boys. Time to get some experience. Well done. Masterful. Go down to Long Island and await further instruction. Meanwhile, I suppose I'll just start justifying demand concession or conquest. Conquest would give me quite a bit of infamy. Although, in all honesty, I only really need a small part, and I can get the rest later. Should I... screw it, just do the full conquest. I'm not going to really ask for much other than this. So I don't think that infamy will be a problem in terms of me demanding stuff later on, since the only actual other goal I have at this junction is reclaiming my cores in Pennsylvania and the city-state of Pittsburgh. Okay, well I got my artillery, but the hussars still proving a problem. Monitors are being made, though. And do I have enough money for forts? Looks like I did. Oh wow, a rebellion. Federal American Nationalists. I mean, I'm working on it, guys. Just, like, give me a moment, you know? I want to form Federal America. That's what I'm doing. Trying to jump the gun. Okay. So, in order to colonize, we now have machine guns. We'll need Manifest Destiny, or... no, we need Mission to Civilize, which we have. What else do we need? And we have... so we have everything we would need to colonize Africa, right? So why are there... no, the Europeans are on it. Okay, that's... yeah. Damn it. I'm just not going to get there in time. Instead, I'm going to try and just snag Zanzibar real quick, but I'm not confident I'm going to get very far. I could try and plop down some... no, I just don't have a naval base close enough to do anything. That's my naval range. This sucks. But I guess in that case, we'll just go with artillery. Better artillery. Can't go wrong with better guns. So they're justifying that war. We're at 30%. Okay, that's fine. We'll just sit here, I guess. Yeah. Well, it looks like American nationalists are gonna break New Hampshire. Although, much like in Boston, they don't have anything to really get. Oh, sorry, my infamy's over here. I was looking at militancy earlier. 22 infamy. Is that because they discovered... oh man, I'm gonna fuck this up. Well, I gotta go use the bathroom. Be right back. Alright. I'm back. Sorry, that kind of came out of nowhere. Where was I? Oh yeah, being bored as fuck. Why am I cussing so much? That ain't me. Or at least that's not the persona I try to convey over the internet. I don't know what's up. Let's see. What's going to happen? But this takes forever. I'm at max speed. And I'm losing money now. Probably because the factories are starting to not do that great. Or at least this lumber yard. Man, I used to work at... why is it level 6 lumber yard? Wow. They're losing a ton of money. They're just tanking. The glass factory's doing well. The free market, invisible hand, whatever. Let's see, we're gonna need an admiral, an admirable admiral by the name of Samuel Sheridan. He's of the School of Defense, but bold. He has a bold defensive plans. Maginot Line or something, I don't know. What is an example of a bold defense plan? A good offense. That's the boldest defense plan. Although, probably what I'm losing all this money on is trying to build this navy. But I have reserves. Also, the construction of those forts. Although I'm pretty sure they've already purchased all the materials, so I don't know what they would be buying. Nope, it's all luxury clothes. for the one hussar, because the economy's broken and I can't get the one thing. Thank you for the free prestige. Really helpful. Okay, well, I got that, so I'll just call that conquest. I'll do it by myself so no one steals it from me. Oh, and I am losing that money. Okay, so what if... Huh. Just losing a lot now. And so what do? I guess I'll cut the well, no, I need them. So we'll just go in debt for a bit, because cutting the administration and education budget really isn't going to make a huge dent. Maybe I could increase tariffs. That'll do it. 25% increase the tariffs, and we're good. Okay. He'll get on board, and they'll just start making their way over there. We'll see if we can get access from Portugal, or Britain, or Spain even. They will not accept. That's fine. I hope my fleet can make it. Manhattan nationalists have risen up. Okay, and they're pretty sizable too, but they're probably disorganized. So, a bold defense is planned. Even if we lose, I'm sure we'll just recuperate. No, but we're gonna win because we have better training. We just have a better quality of spirit here in the upstate than there in the downstate. They evacuate to their New Jersey holdings, where we finally crush them. Huzzah! Victory for the Empire. And Ohio wants to start something. I'm not sure. Ohio restoration of order to the West Sylvanian against Delaware, which is supposed to be a puppet state of mine. Whatever, I don't know how it works. Michigan and Nickajack. I don't really... screw it. My army's okay, and I'm just going to leave them in Buffalo for now. Or Binghamton. And if anyone comes in my territory, I'll attack them, but I'm not going to send any troops to actually defend Ohio unless someone does a war goal against me. And then, in that case, well, they'll have made it personal. This mod is really glitchy and messed up because people can rebel to form, the formable nations like the CSA. So now the Confederates exist, but only in this small area in Chattanooga, and they're never going to be able to expand into Greater Tennessee to create a larger, get all their cores all over the South. Much in the same way that New England up here is never going to be strong enough to get all this stuff. And the United States can even rebel out of a province. So you might see United States in... I can't really read that because of the forest, but in Omaha. Just America, the city-state of Omaha. And it's just really lame. A great example, the Western States of America formed out of Texas. I mean, it's probably going to be capable of expanding in the future, but, it's not what you want to see. If rebels break a country, you want it to just fully convert to that country. You know what I mean? Instead of whatever this is. Interesting. I'd like to see where that goes in the future. But for now, we got men at sea. Could have also taken over Liberia, perhaps, but they're in the sphere of Britain. Nah, Zanzibar's the way to go. The easy pickings. And that might give us an entryway into the Middle East for some good old-fashioned oil. I don't think it really matters at this point. Just more mining output, I guess. I need more goods to sell, which will in turn cheapen the goods because supply and demand forces. And my economy will go bankrupt. And it'll just be a bad time. It looks like I'm going to be too late to take Zanzibar. But hey, we got our ships here. They're going to land in Lindy. And once they occupy that, I'll just start moving up, dock my ships. Worth noting that the Zanzibar army is stuck on this island. So if I want to just kind of, I guess, do this to save some of my ships from, hopefully repair some of them, well, this one makes sure they don't move off of that land. Thank you for the free prestige. Oh wow, communism was invented in our country. I just love the, like, we need a free society where no one is considered to be superior. And then the response is just, okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, seize the means of productions. I get it. Okay. What? See what I mean? American nationalists have enforced their demands on Quebec to release the United States of America. So the United States of America consists of just that. And do you know what this... Well, it's the Kingdom of America, actually. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Just someone in this small little city up in Maine decided, I'm the King of America. And that's how that goes. So the real problem is that now I cannot form the United States because the United States already exists. I don't even see the federal Americans anymore. Did someone rebel somewhere and now I can't be the federal states? Form Cascadia. Form the Great Lakes Union. The Unity of the Sands. That would form the Western States. Yeah, I don't see form the Federation here anymore at all. Dixieland, United, former Great Lake Coastlands. Increase just this mod is a little bit broken. And it's just a shame. Serbia got big. What happened here? I mean, to distract from the war effort in Zanzibar, but... what happened? Big Triced. And weird Serbia. Just punch right on into Hungary there. Or the border of Romania. Something's going on. And then, of course, Russia and China. Where were we? Zanzibar. Yes. We have conquered Mogadishu. And we're going to Zanzibar proper. Running out of money, even with our maximum tariffs. We gotta end this war. Done. What about commerce? Increase mining output and farming output. And then maybe we'll mess around with factory inputs and outputs as well, because I'm sure the subsidies we're putting on these factories are also a bit of a drain on the national economy. But we've annexed to Zanzibar, and now maybe we can get into Lake Victoria over here. So, what are the regions? I want this, Tanganyika, and I want Lindi, and that will at least, if I get those, it'll surround Zanzibar so I can focus up here on the Rift Valley. And that's it. I'll get Kenya later on, but hopefully this will block other Europeans from, or other Western nations anyway, from getting into my African colonies. But yes, Empire Zanzibar. Sounds cool to me. Hopefully maybe the goods will increase my economy or make them worse. I don't know how economies work. Put these guys in Zanzibar, and Army B will just sit there for a little while. Okay, Georgia Republic is doing well for itself. That actually looks very aesthetically pleasing to me. Georgia has a very nice color, and the borders make sense. I think they do not have cores on Mississippi, but yeah, good job, Georgia. Alright, I got my Hussar finally. Which means now this army is unstoppable, except now we're getting to a point in the game where we probably need to change or at least double down. So, where is our economy messing up? Industrial subsidies. We need to just cancel all subsidies. Fixed. Good luck. Full citizenship, sure. And then the Republican Party wins again. Although I should start encouraging socialists so that I have greater control. Yeah, like I said, just keep these guys here. We'll call them back in case of a war. Back home. Although we can get another stack. We got enough troops. So, well, that's for the African garrison. So, well, we can use them still. I don't see why not. Let's make a little rally point in Africa, in Mombasa. Let's see here. We need 5 infantry, 4 artillery, and 1 hussar. And that will eventually form the African garrison. They will replace B, and Army B will be on their way, and the colonial garrison will be called Army C. That's how it works. Still losing money, but it's probably mostly because of the construction of the new troops at this point, as opposed to the Dixie duty. The greater state of Georgia has finally been united, 3 hurrahs, and now that because they've been united, they get a conquest casus belli on everyone surrounding them. I would also get that if I were able to form the, if I were to unite all my corps as well. I think Ohio will get that eventually too, now that they have Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, I can declare war on Pennsylvania now. I'll do that as soon as my navy is done, and I can probably stop funding them so much. Well, it's not really that much of the budget. Whatever. Yeah. Once the army is finished, we'll send them on over to conquer the rest of the mainland. Cool. Empire Africa. Rift Valley. Looks like the British are starting to get into Somalia, which is going to make my little bit of Somaliland look weird. Try and get Uganda and Kenya. And I'm not really going to compete with the British. That's just not going to happen. I'm going to leave them as no, because then this thing won't pop up. So it's colonial province, and we'll get that. We'll get the rest of Zanzibar later on. So yeah, it looks like I'll have a nice little colony over here in Eastern Africa, the East African colony of empire. So the African troops are done being trained. We'll send Army C back. And prepare for the conquest of Pennsylvania. Georgia has conquered the fake CSA, well on their way to becoming the CSA of their own, I'm sure. We have to compete with Spain over Uganda. Not exactly where I wanted to be. Okay, yep, this is the Ohio gets to do conquests on countries near them. As long as they don't get Pennsylvania, we'll be alright. So factory input efficiency is what we're going with. And of course, African borders look crazy. Okay, I'm now losing in Uganda. Army C. And did everyone just die at sea is what happened? Because the Navy couldn't refuel over here? That's what I'm guessing, because I don't see them anymore. I guess, yeah, I just was not a smart play on my part, and I just lost 30,000 people, I guess. Oh well. That's how that goes. Well, we got 5. Can maybe build this up to 10. And 8 artillery. So we got 6 in there, so we need 7, 8. Of course, we'll need to build the Navy back up. Otherwise, we'll really have no chance of winning this conflict over here. Oh, Georgia has conquered Nickajack as well. They'll probably move on to Mississippi, Tennessee, or North Carolina. So they are a growing concern. My only really hope is that, like, yeah, Spain gets bogged down in trying to get something from Britain. Looks like France got Somalia. Okay. Sure. You can do that. Oh wow, Georgia's attacking the Old Dominion, so I will... Damn it, this is gonna get rough. It's gonna get a little scary because they're starting to mothball into some serious power here. They want to call me into the Kentucky War against Kentucky, Arkansas, North Carolina, and Maryland. They want to annex Kentucky. They are allied with Illinois. I don't really want to, and I'm about to not really be friends with Ohio that much anyway. And Pennsylvania's main ally, Old Dominion, is currently under the occupation of Georgia and will soon not exist anymore. Though the Indiana army seems quite sizable, so... But maybe my New English allies will make up for... I'm not going to be allied with Ohio anymore. The time has come, splitting off. Delaware will accept the alliance. Should? I thought that... Are they still not? It doesn't say that they're my satellite anymore, even though I'm pretty sure they were supposed to be. Something happened there, I feel like. Military logistics. No, I want more better economy. I want more economy. So more factory input efficiency. Use less materials to make more stuff. What? Are you kidding me? I've lost... Okay, no. I did not lose my cores. That was a very confusing event pop-up. Also, Georgia is now invading Pennsylvania. But they're only doing it as part of their war on Virginia. Which leaves us open up. Those last few infantry doesn't look like they're really being built in a timely fashion, so I'm going to have to just get in there, I guess. Meanwhile, those colonial efforts keep pulling me away. They're about to occupy Buffalo, and I can't really have that. Well, now they're going to go down to Scranton, which is where they will ultimately meet their end. I no longer have enough colonial power to make any more moves in the great game for Uganda. Which means I will lose it. Oh well. It would have made the borders look nice, but I guess this is fine. Okay, Ohio still wants to be friends. Sure, for now. Okay, let's try and get Erie before Georgia gets in there. And see if Georgia will quit. They will not accept. Though they really should. Guess I'll help Georgia occupy Williamsport. Oh no, I have to deoccupy Buffalo. I forgot about that. They're living under Pennsylvanian oppression. Still nothing going on in Uganda. Okay, that's fine. They will not accept annexation. Georgia really taking its time. Just doesn't... Is Pennsylvania going to peace out at any point? Or is it broken? No, there we go. Now get in there. Although it's scary because now Georgia's going to start conquering somewhere else. So will Ohio. Looks like one of the Ohio and Georgia are going to have to get... I'm going to have to mess them up to try and stop them from spreading like this. Alright. So now all I need is Pittsburgh, which will pit me into a war against the old ally in Ohio. I'm confident I will win, but Georgia is quickly becoming a concern. Something to worry about as they extend their reach all the way from the Keys all the way over to Manassas. And out west to Mobile. Where will they strike next? Who knows? Find out in the next exciting episode of Andar Plays Victoria 2, the Divided States mod. Empire. I have 2 more focus things. I never even noticed. Well, maybe that's because I conquered new territory. I don't know. Yeah. See you next time. Thanks for watching.